Hi ladies, I just wanted to kind of get together with you guys, get ready with you, let you know a few of the products that I use that I really like and the different things that you can do with them, how they work, things like that. The first one that I use every single day is the medium tinted moisturizer. It is called the color correcting tinted moisturizer, and it only comes in medium and light. And it only takes one pump to cover my entire face, and it gives me awesome coverage. But what it does is it corrects to the tint of your skin, so that's why it only comes in 2 different colors. So I'm going to show you. I'm just going to use one pump, and then I'm just going to put it different spots of my face. And you can use a sponge, anything like that, to blend this. I just use my hands. It works that good. So you can also use this under the Make Sense foundation as well. I have not tried the Make Sense foundation as of yet, just the tinted moisturizer, and I literally fell in love. So at some point I will have to try the other stuff, but for now, this stuff is absolutely amazing. And it moisturizes your face throughout the day as well. It protects your face from the sun, everything like that. So you get the awesome benefits that you want from these products. All right. Okay, so we're done with that. I also have a bunch of different shadow senses that I use, and one is called Garnet, and I also actually use that for my eyebrows as eyebrow liner. So I'm going to show you how I do that, if I can find my stuff. I just use a brush like this. I can't get it open. And all I do is I just put this brush on here and I just get a little bit of the color off. You can also put it on a palette if you want. Just put it right on the end there. And with the shadow senses, you have about 30 seconds to play with it before it dries. So you can wipe off anything if you get it on a part of your face you don't want it on. You have about that 30 seconds in between there to kind of mess with it. If you wait any longer than that, this is waterproof, smudge-proof, crease-proof, everything like that. So you will have to get some makeup remover to get it off if you wait too long. We have different colors that are lighter. You could probably use Mocha Java if your eyebrows or your hair are lighter than mine. There's also some other colors that are lighter that you could probably use if you needed to, but this works great for people with dark hair and dark brows. So, let's see here. I have lotion on my hands, so I'm having a tough time with this brush here. So, there's that. And what's nice about this is I also use it for shadow, not just liner, for my eyebrows. So that's kind of cool too. It's dual purpose. Same thing with the Candlelight. With the Candlelight, you can use it for concealer. You can use it to cover up dark spots underneath your eyes. You can use it to highlight under your eye. You can use it just for a really light shade of eyeshadow as well. So Okay, I'm not very prepared this afternoon, but I'm going to use 3 different colors for my shadow today. I'm going to use the Candlelight. I'm going to use Onyx, which I'm not actually going to use for a shadow. I'm going to use that for liner. That's our black. I'm going to use Ebony Essence to kind of help make a smoky look, and then I'm also going to use some Mocha Java Shimmer too. So I'm going to first start out with the Candlelight. It's this one here. And I always start out with that one and just kind of do a base coat over my entire lid. And the way that you apply this is you can just put it on your lid, just like this. And then you can use a brush, a blending brush, just to blend it in. And that's just to use it as a base coat. Like I said, you can also use a palette too. I just find this to be easier. And I got a little too much on there. And you have about 30 seconds to play with this, like I said. Once you start rubbing it after that 30 seconds, it's gonna get pretty powdery and it's not gonna go anywhere. Alright. So there's that side. I'm gonna do the other side. It's just gonna give you a nice base coat for your entire lid here. And the lighting isn't completely great, so I will take before and after pictures for you guys and post them so you can see a little bit better, but I'd like to just show you the process of how you use their products, because these are all cream to powder. So they don't come in a palette, but they are just as easy to apply as ones from a palette. So alright, so I'm done with the Candlelight. The next one I'm gonna do, and then I always use different brushes for different colors as well, but they all look generally the same. So this next one is the Ebony Essence. It's kind of a grayish color, and I always just do in my crease here and right above here. And then I use the brush to kind of blend it a little bit, to get a little bit of that smoky look. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And this doesn't have to be perfect because you blend it afterwards. Excuse me, I still kind of have a cold. Got a little bit more on that side than I did on the other side here. I can get some of that off. That's okay, we'll fix it later. Anyways, that's that color. And then I'm going to use the Mocha Java Shimmer. It's just kind of a brown. And if you have too much on the end, you can do the same thing that you do with the lip scents. Then you just put it wherever you want it at. And then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to blend that with a different brush. So then you still have the smoky look over on the side, but you've also got a nice brown, and then you've got a nice highlight underneath your eyebrow there. Time for the other side, and this one's going to be interesting because I put too much of the other color on there. So let's see what we can do here without completely screwing it up. My eyes look a little different, but it's really nice, pretty color. And then you get a little bit of that smoky look as well to really make your eyes stand out. So that's the shadow. Really doesn't take very long. It's pretty much already dry. There's nothing on my hand when I touch it. Nothing on my hand. So the next thing that I do is I do my liner, and I use the Onyx for my liner. I usually let that sit a little bit longer, so I do my lip scents while that dries, because I do a little bit of a thicker coat on this. But what I do is I just use a brush. It's got a nice thin edge on it, and I just touch the brush to this here. Then what you can do is just make that line. You can make it as thin or as thick as you want. Hard to do this looking in this camera. And that'll take some time to dry too. So we'll go and we'll do the other side. Should have played some music. And you can use this as shadow too. I have the Evening Essence, which is a dark gray, and I just prefer to use that, but this can be used for a smoky look as well. You just don't want to apply nearly as much, or else it'll be way too dark. You can see that that's still shiny right now. It's still wet, so just want to let that dry. While I let that dry, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply my lip sets. And I'm going to use Caramel Latte today because that's like my new favorite, as I've told all of you. And you can see I'm trying to keep my eyes down just so that they don't touch the top of my eye while they're drying. Because it's a thicker coat, it's going to take a little longer to dry, but once it does dry, you are not going to get any smudging, nothing like that. Your eyes are not going to crease up here. Your eyeliner is going to last all day, even in the heat. All right. Everyone applying Lit Sense, you always want to go from one side to the other, never back and forth. And you want to do one coat and let it dry, and then you want to do a second and a third. And then I also outline my lids with it. You can just use the tip. Wipe off all the excess. And the last layer. Try not to touch your lips together. It's really hard not to when you're talking, but try not to even talk. And you always want to let this last layer dry longer than the rest. Make sure it's completely dry before you put your gloss on. Okay. Gloss. You can rub this back and forth. Just make sure you cover all of that lip color. And rub those lips together and you're done. That's sealed. Now, my eyeliner should be dry now. Nothing's coming off. See that? Nothing. I do have some candlelight that I got on my hand when I was doing my face though. This one's the same way. And look at this. It's not going anywhere. So this is just a simple look. Obviously, you can use mascara, you can use more eyeliner, blush, everything like that. But this is just kind of a quick look for me for every morning when I'm running late. But these are some really, really great products. They're waterproof, smudge-proof, crease-proof. Even the lip sense, I've swam in all of this and it's all stayed on my face. So I just thought I'd share a few different ways that you can use some of these things and how easy they are. And let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.